Okay. It looks like it is recording. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that again. Okay. So we are chatting tonight about coaching, and Ashley and I really just wanted to share just kind of, our stories, first of all. So, right there in the middle of this beautiful slide is going to kind of just sum up what we're talking about tonight. So, we're going to talk about who we are, kind of give our story about what introduced us into coaching, why we started coaching, why we are still coaching, just kind of our stories about it. And then we're also going to talk about exactly what we do, like what it takes to be a coach and what we do every day. I'm going to touch on some common objections or fears that people might have about it. And then I'm also going to talk about just income, because it is a profession, it's a career, it's something you can do. And we'll talk more on this later, but it's something you can do to provide for your family. So, Ashley, go ahead and tell us a little bit about you.
All right. So, Beachbody came into my life about last summer. Miss Kaylee, she introduced it to me, invited me to. Actually, I started with a challenge group. So we're going to talk about the different kinds of coaches later, but I started as just basically a discount coach just to get a discount on my Shakeology. And I went through a couple challenge groups, saw some really good results with my programs, and realized that I actually think that this whole opportunity and just like what Beachbody had done for me was really cool, and I wanted to share that with other people. So um, basically, before I started coaching, I was pretty shy, pretty introverted. Um, didn't really, um, like talking in front of people like I am right now. I didn't um, like to really share a lot about my life. I didn't use social media for really anything besides getting on there to creep every once in a while and maybe post a couple things here and there. And um, now, well, I'm going to finish what else. I was actually felt really unfulfilled with what I was doing. I went to school to become a hairdresser, and I mean, as much as I do love to do hair, and it does, I mean, I still have an interest in it. It's not something that I feel fulfilled coming home after work every day. I don't feel like I'm really like changing the world, I guess. And I actually felt like, life was just happening to me. I didn't really have much of a say in it. And through basically one of the vital behaviors, personal development, that I do every day now, I have learned that I do have control of my own future, and I can have a fulfilling life. And Beachbody and coaching is what will basically be the vehicle to get me there. The tools that they have provided me to help others with, and the training that they have provided me, and um, I have also felt like I'm now living a more purposeful life, helping other people to achieve their health and fitness goals. And um, I don't know, when you get those messages from people that are like, "Oh my gosh, you've helped me like lose this much weight, and I feel so much better about myself, and I have so much more confidence now," like that is what makes me feel fulfilled, and knowing that if I just continue to do what I'm passionate about, which is helping others, then I will be successful. And that feels really good. And I'm also feel like I have definitely broken out of my shell, and I've definitely become more of a person who isn't afraid of doing scary things. Like through personal development as well, it's helped me just like even doing stuff like this is scary, but it's helped me to face those fears and realize that like, I can do like accomplish them and get past them. So yeah, that's what Beachbody has done for me. I think Kaylee's slide is next.
Okay. Good job, Ashley. I just love your story and I love your transformation. So, yeah, I got started with Beachbody back. My story is kind of long and drawn out, so I'm not even gonna tell the entire story. But basically, if you look there on my then pictures, the picture on the left, it was me at the age of 21. I was newly engaged. I was super insecure. I was so, and I mean, the insecurities went back from, well before that. Even just as a young girl, I grew up in dancing, and it just, as much as I loved dancing and as much as I enjoyed it, it also brought a lot of, I became very aware of my body at a very young age and started comparing myself to other girls at a very young age. And, and just my personality, that's where it led my mind. And I never really had like weight issues, but I just had a lot of mental, I guess it would be negative body image is what that is. So I definitely physically struggled. And then the picture on the right was right before I started coaching. That was right after I had my first baby via C-section. And so these two pictures definitely, I think, really sum up how I was feeling before I found Beachbody. I had no vision whatsoever when it came to my future as far as a career. I was never the person, whenever I was asked, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, even as a kid, even, through middle school, through high school, even when I got into college, I was asked what I wanted to do when I grew up, and I had no idea. I had no clue. I didn't even have like even a maybe idea. Like, I just seriously started taking random classes. I started taking business classes, and then like toyed around with, I don't even know, like I just kind of was all over the place. And the only thing that I knew for absolute certain that I wanted to do is I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to have a family. I grew up, my mom was a homemaker. She was a stay-at-home mom, and so that's what I knew, and that's what I loved. I loved everything about it, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do. But obviously we can't just, that doesn't always pan out for everybody, especially whenever you do end up going to college and you have student loans. And, whenever my husband and I met and we got married, he, we had a lot of debt just with his schooling and with the things he went through trying to figure out what he was going to do with his life. And so being a stay-at-home mom after our son was born was just not an option financially. And so, and before I found Beachbody, I lacked the ability to dream big. It was kind of just, I was going with the flow, going with, what society thought I needed to do. I went to college, worked at a sports bar through college, and then just assumed, okay, I'll get a job and that's that. And that's it. And then I will just retire and die, and that's it, and pay bills. So, and I know that sounds pretty morbid, but that's, what a lot of people do. They just go through the ebb and the flow, and they just like Groundhog Day every day. And it's, before I found Beachbody, I didn't realize that there's so much more out there. Like, you can really, you can dream big, and you can do scary things, and you can step out of your comfort zone to reach big goals. And so, now I have definitely found this newfound confidence. So throughout the last 3 or 4 years, I have been able to reach fitness goals that I never imagined myself being able to reach ever. Like I don't know. All I ever wanted was just to be toned. I just wanted to, feel fit, and I wanted to feel comfortable in my clothes, and I wanted to be toned. And no matter what I did, as far as like going to the gym or taking, Zumba classes and stuff like that, those things that people love and the things that do work for other people, they just didn't work for me. They just weren't my thing. And it wasn't until I found Beachbody that I just completely transformed. And it fit perfectly in my life as a mom. And then even before I had the boys, I did dabble with Beachbody a little bit. I did Insanity before I had kids. And so that's kind of where I got hooked with the whole thing. And then so not only did I have a physical transformation and started to really, find self-love and find that confidence that I was lacking my entire life, I actually gained a clear vision of what I wanted to do with my life. It was like literally God just handed me this opportunity. Like, this is what you should be doing. Like, whenever people ask me what I want to be when I grow up, I have an answer. And like Ashley was saying, I feel like fulfilled doing this. I feel so good about myself every time I sit down to help my challengers and to talk to people about coaching, talk to people about what Beachbody can do for them. It like literally just fills my heart. And then it also has given me that ability to dream big. Like, I have gone from thinking I will just, retire and, not ever be able to be a stay-at-home mom. I now know that that's possible, that I will, and I am very close to being able to do this full time and be home with my kids, and I can, pay off the debt that we have, and, kind of just get out from underneath that. And it's also strengthened my faith. I'm really open about my relationship with God and how, how strong my faith is. And it's actually strengthened that relationship. And that's something that to me is most important, beyond the physical transformation and everything. That is where it all starts. And so, anyways, that's just a little bit about me. And let me see, what's our next slide? Ashley, you can take it away. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing your story. I love yours as well. All right. So I'm going to tell you about what exactly coaches do. And oh my gosh. Okay. There goes. Sorry. Light just fell over. So I'm going to make it simple for you. Basically, in the simplest form, you use the products, you do a program, you drink the shakes, and that basically is you working on your own transformation and just working to be a better version of yourself and sharing that story. You are inviting your family and friends by sharing your story. You are inviting other people to join the journey with you. You are growing as a person through personal development, and like it says, you share your story. And like I just said 3 other times, but the biggest part of coaching is working on your own transformation and sharing that with everybody and letting them know that anybody can do this, and you can do it from home, and you can have success doing that, and you're just helping other people become better, healthier versions of themselves. And there are 4 vital behaviors that, like, we say that we do, and the first one is sharing and inviting and connecting with people. So basically, you share your story, you inspire others and connect with those people that you inspire and help them along their journey. And then the other vital behavior is being a product of the product. So basically, you are, like I said, going on your own journey, drinking the shakes every day, doing the workouts, and then working on yourself through personal development every day, because in this job you are filling other people's cups so much that you need to take that time to refill your own. You're always pouring into other people with helping them, listening to their goals and helping them find what would work best for them and connecting with them. That can be a little, I don't want to say not draining, but it can be like a lot of work, and you just need to make sure that you're at your best you, and personal development helps with that a lot. And you share your story and just connect with others, and that's basically what a coach does.
Awesome. Yes, exactly what we do in a nutshell, but we'll get there. Okay, so looks like I am going to talk about this pyramid scheme misconception. So I honestly, and I've said this before, but I never had this misconception because I never knew what they were. I didn't understand what pyramid scheme meant when I first heard someone. It was actually on another coach call I was listening to, like for training. They were talking about, if someone, is worried about it being a pyramid scheme, this is how you might address it. And I was like, wait, what? I didn't even know that, and I've honestly to this day, I've never even had anyone address it. But just in case that's something that you are that maybe you've heard, or maybe you bring this opportunity to like your husband or something, and your husband maybe brings up maybe it's a pyramid scheme. Anyways, so first of all, just to kind of uh, paint a little picture, whenever you think of a basic business model, it's right here on this slide. You have your CEO of a business. So, think of the CEO of, I don't know, Starbucks. And then underneath him would be all of the managers. And there may be people in between the CEO and managers, I'm not sure. But either way, next step would be the managers. And then you have the supervisors, and then you have the employees who would be the baristas at Starbucks. So the employees will never, ever, ever make more money or be more successful than the CEO. The CEO is always on top. The CEO is always the one that is like the big wig. And that's not the case with Beachbody coaching. So it's a binary model, which I think this next slide kind of shows that. Hold on. Yeah, so how it works. So it is a binary model, meaning there's you in the center, and then you do sign up whenever you have two coaches that want to sign up with you and become coaches themselves. They would go on each leg, and then that just kind of starts to grow outward. So it kind of gives that, pyramid look. Or whatever, that makes people wonder that it's all just something that funnels up to the top. But that's absolutely not the case. Pyramid schemes are illegal. Pyramid schemes are things that it means that there's no goods or services that are being used, or that are being traded or whatever. So the person on top in a pyramid scheme is the only person that is making money, and they are always going to be on top, and it all just funnels up to the top, where the people on the bottom are left with nothing. And that's just not the case with Beachbody. You do not earn any money just for simply signing people up. That is another big I guess, red flag of a pyramid scheme, is if somebody earns money just by simply signing you up, and then they tell you, okay, now you sign up 2 people and you'll make money too. So whenever you sign up a coach on your team, you only succeed if they succeed. So as you see here, it says you start working and you inspire a few people to start their own journey. And so you get some challengers, you get some coaches signed up, and then those people decide that they want to pay it forward and they want to help other people too. So they start to sign up people, and then they start to sign up people, and it all just like builds on each other. And I kind of talk a little bit about this in a minute on the income slide and how that all like ties together. But that is how it works, opposed to, like I said, all of it just funneling up to the top, or the, AKA CEO. You are the CEO of your Beachbody business, but like I said, you are only going to succeed if your team succeeds. So, and that's another thing, is someone that signs up underneath you, like Ashley is on my team. She signed up with me on my team. She could easily surpass me. She could easily earn more income than me. She could be a higher rank than me. Just like I said with the Starbucks illustration, the employees will never surpass the CEO. So that's just kind of like the best way I know to address that, just in case that's something that you are concerned about. So just for
Okay, you're
on
this
time,
side and he's on that side.
let's see, hold on. Okay, go ahead, Ashley, and talk just a little bit about what we offer. I
Yeah.
want to be good on time here.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so you definitely do not have to be an expert in health and nutrition and fitness. Basically, you just have to have, like, of course, you have to have an interest in it and you have to like it, and you have to want to help others. But what's awesome about Beachbody is that they provide the experts for you. So up at the top, it's Carl Deichler, right? That is the CEO, and then his wife is next to him, and then I can't think of that guy's name right now. I apologize, but he is the creator of Shakeology.
It's Darren.
So basically, what is it?
Darren Ol something. I don't know.
Yes.
I think his name's Darren.
And so basically, they have crafted like the superfood shake where they have done all the scientific work on it. They've put in all the hard work and the guesswork into the shake. So basically, all we have to do is just help people to discover the amazingness of it. And then we also offer peer support. That's where we come in. We come in and we run the challenge groups. We support our challengers and our coaches, and we make sure that they succeed. And then at the bottom, Beachbody has had Autumn Calabrese, Shanti, Shalene Johnson, all of these celebrity, amazing, awesome trainers who have put together these workout programs for everybody. So like we said, we don't have to put any of the guesswork in. They just provide us with the tools that we use to help others, basically. We don't have to put in the hard work of, making the workout programs or, coming up with the meal plans or the 21-day fix, whatever, that's already been done for us. And basically we just help other people succeed using those tools. And then do you want me to do this one since it doesn't matter.
Yeah, go ahead and do this one. I'll do the next.
Okay. So basically, this one is called Wait, Do I Have to Sell Stuff? No, we don't like to say that we sell stuff. We are sharing. We're providing solutions for other people through things that we know and believe work for us. So we don't think of ourselves as salespeople, because that's truly not what we're doing. And if you're in this business to try and just sell stuff and make money 9 times out of 10, it's probably not going to work out, because you have to have a true passion to want to help others, and that is what will help you succeed in this business. So like we said, we don't just sell stuff. We're just trying to help other people achieve their goals by sharing what has worked for us. Yeah, I think that is
awesome. Okay, so I know we are probably going to have like 10 minutes, and I want to get in the rest before the Zoom app shuts us down. So I want to talk about money and just how exactly that works. I'm going to do it in a nutshell, though, because it can get kind of like hairy and long-winded. But if this is something that you decide to do, if you decide to pursue this, then you can definitely learn more. So I hope you can see those. These are actual screenshots of my paycheck stubs. And so I became a coach. It was in 2014. It was right after Harrison was born. But for the first couple of years, honestly, I was more of just a dabbler. I was definitely, I think those first 2 years was a lot about my own transformation. And even though I knew for sure I wanted to pursue this as a full-time thing, I definitely, I was fearful and was not in a place that I was actually taking the steps I needed to get to that point. So it actually wasn't until a year ago, January 2017, that I literally decided to hit the ground running and stop being fearful, and just really get a hold of my goals. I knew I wanted to do this full time. I knew I needed to do this full time. And which, by the way, we talk in a minute that if that's not your goal, then you don't feel like you have to want to do this full time, but just sharing my own story. So I knew I wanted to, I knew that's what I wanted to do. And So I started really implementing what I was learning instead of just listening to all these trainings and then like letting it sit. I was actually implementing what I was learning. So, beginning of January, my largest check, and we get paid weekly, by the way, as coaches. So my largest check was, does it say $85? So that was all from just commission sales. So I signed up a couple people like to join me in a challenge group, and that you earn 25% commission whenever you get someone signed up with a program and Shakeology. And back then, well, I guess a year ago we did have Beachbody on Demand. I don't know that there was the all access pass yet, but it might have just been coming out. But anyway, so that was in January. And then 6 months later in June, my largest check was $203. And that was still primarily just retail commissions. And then by December, my largest check, as you see, it's more than doubled to $471 a week. And as you can see there under team bonus, there's a little, like in the middle there's a team bonus mark, and I earned $72 with team bonus. And so that's showing that I'm starting to grow a team. And so other than commission, another way that you can earn an income is by building a team of other coaches who are wanting to do the same. So if you think back at my illustration of the whole pyramid scheme thing and how this is not a pyramid scheme, like I said, whenever you're bringing on people who are wanting to, change other people's lives, they're wanting to pay it forward as well. They want to work on their self and then inspire others. That is going to accumulate what's called team cycle bonus. And so there's a bunch of other kind of bonuses that Beachbody offers, but like I said, it can get kind of hairy and long-winded, and I don't want to get into it too much, but you will learn. But basically that's where that's coming from, is my team success then reflects into my paycheck. And on top of that are my commissions. And so now here we are in February, and my largest check has actually been up to $600. And so every cent of that is representing someone's life that I am impacting. It's representing someone's life that I have changed in some way, shape, or form. Like Ashley was saying, we don't like to feel like salespeople because we are providing a service, and we are very confident in this service. We believe 100% in these products, these fitness programs, and the meal plans and Shakeology, and all of these amazing things are world class, and they literally are the best of the best, and they have changed our lives. So we are, we can't just keep that to ourselves. So in the process, we are able to earn an income. And this next slide, I just want to say it's not about money, but what the money represents. And that's what I mean by every cent that I make represents someone's life I'm changing. So these are just a few screenshots of some messages that I've received, very small amount of messages that I've received, people that are just, so thankful. They're challengers of mine who are so happy, and I'm not trying to toot my horn or whatever. That's not at all what I'm doing here. This is just showing that these people truly, found some success along the way, whether they lost a few pounds or they lost a lot of weight, or they're feeling more confident, their clothes are fitting better, their doctor noticed that they were healthier at their next checkup. And then there's on the other side, I've had my coaches who have seen financial success. I've had even Ashley, I hope she doesn't mind me sharing this, but she she messaged me one day, and it just made me so happy because she said she was able to pay off the rest of her wedding dress. A lot sooner than she thought she would. And so that then took a lot of stress off of her as she's continuing to plan for her wedding. And so those things are what represent the paychecks that I get each week. And so, this is going to be what brings me home from my full-time income, or from my full-time job, sitting at a desk where I absolutely am miserable. I hate going there every day. I hate leaving my boys every day to go there. I feel absolutely zero passion in what I do there. It's literally just a bridge to get me from there to here. And anyways, so I totally just lost my train of thought. But there is no ceiling when it comes to your paycheck. If you decide you want to raise, you just work a little harder and you give yourself a raise. You whenever you're working for a regular company, when it comes to raises, you have to either ask for one, and whether or not the funds are there to provide that raise to you, who knows? Or you have to wait for your review, and then it's up to your supervisors if they think, based on their standards, if they think you are eligible for a raise. And so that's what's really amazing about this, is that it's, you put in $140 to start with a challenge pack, and that's it. And you then are able to do whatever you want with it. Like, literally, it's your business. You can go as far as you want. If you decide that you want to, and I think I'm trying to just wrap up a little bit here. So yeah, you invest the money to become a coach, and the worst case scenario would be that you connect with people and you join, you create friendships, you get in shape, and you face your fears as a person. That's literally the worst case scenario with this. And then there's the different types of coaches. Sorry, Ashley, we have like 4 minutes left, so I'm just trying to blaze through it. But the different types of coaches, it kind of goes hand in hand with what I was talking about with income, to where you could do it like what Ashley said. She started out as a discount coach, and basically that just means that you're getting the products at a discount, which is amazing because the products are amazing, and who doesn't like to save a little money? And then in the middle there could be just a hobby coach. Like I said, if it's something like you don't want to leave your full-time job, you enjoy what you do, but you do just want to earn a little extra cash on the side, and you like the idea of just inspiring others. And then there's the business builder, to where you're all in and you want to eventually leave your full-time job. You want it to be your full-time or your full source of income, and you want to build a thriving team. So those are just the different options, and we will love you no matter where you're at, wherever you decide to be with this. You are no less important if you're a discount coach than you are if you are a business builder. We love you no matter what. And then, of course, we provide, if you decide that you want to pursue this, we provide trainings such as this, or there's different events that we all go to together. There's social media trainings through videos, or, Beachbody themselves have different trainings that they provide for us. And it's literally, even the top coaches in the company are more than willing to share, their successes, because success leaves clues. And so that's really where me and Ashley get a lot of our knowledge from, is just from learning and then implementing what other coaches have done. It's a, we're Team Beachbody. We all are all one big team. So there's no competition ever, which I absolutely love. And what now? You can message the person who invited you to this call. I'm so sorry I've blazed through these last few slides. We will have to get our timing down a little better next time. But you can just message us and let us know what interests you the most when it comes to coaching. If you like the idea of just doing it for a discount because you like the products, you want to do it as a hobby, or you kind of want to start getting started on building a business and making this a significant source of income. And we can then walk you through the sign-up process. And if you're wanting to be a hobby coach or business builder, we will get you started in some coach training. So I think that wraps it up. So I'm sorry if anyone had any questions. This is literally going to kick us out in 2 minutes. So let's do this. If you have any questions, and Ashley, did you have anything you wanted to add before I wrapped up?
I think just the one thing about just the sign-on fee for becoming a coach, and the monthly fee for being a coach, how it's really awesome that we get to do that all for just $15 a month. They take care of all the customer service, the
inventory, and all that.
Yes, all that crazy stuff, and all we basically do is just pay that $15. Whereas if you had to deal with all that stuff by yourself, it would be way more money. That's all I wanted.
So yeah, if you have any questions, let's just go back to the group, the Facebook group where we first posted this link, and we can chat there and answer any questions that you have, or you can just message us with specific questions.
All right.
Thanks so much. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here because it's going to boot us out.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.